Just how'd you feel about your outing overall?
I think it was really good. I mean, obviously, like you just said, that last one little hit down the line kind of got to me, but I think overall it was a really good outing for me. I think it was a step in the right direction, considering kind of how I pitched earlier this year. But like you said, I think it was a good outing, and I'm ready to keep pitching off of it for the next one as well.
I know it was 2 years ago, but you gave, I mean, obviously that wasn't a good game against ULR for anybody really, but
Yeah.
you gave up the grand slam. Was that in the back of your mind? Was there any feeling like, hey, I want to go out and obviously, pitch better this time around against these guys?
Not really. I mean, that was 2 years ago, so that's kind of way in the past. But no, I just wanted to go out and throw a lot of strikes, hopefully get around. Luckily enough, I was able to throw some really good pitches, get a lot of strikeouts tonight. But that has a lot to do with opens behind the plate as well. And then we just had a really good game plan going into it about how to attack these hitters and get people out. So I guess to answer your question, no, I really wasn't thinking about it, but I just wanted to go out and execute our plan that we had and throw some strikes.
And they got two singles in the first, but then you struck out two guys swinging. How good was that? What was the key to that, to getting those guys out? What'd you get them out with?
I think a lot of those. I think in the first two innings, those two strikeouts right after the two singles were all on curveballs. I think just being able to pitch aggressively with runners on base was a really good starting point for how we wanted to attack. And then just being able to execute those curveballs late in the count and get those swings and misses without having to necessarily let them put the ball in play, and then but just get outs and get back in the dugout.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Hutch.
Yeah, Cole, what all was working for you today?
I would say my curveball was definitely back to where I think it is back to where it's a swing and miss pitch like I had in the previous years. That had kind of been struggling earlier. I wasn't necessarily able to throw it for a lot of strikes. I think tonight I was able to land them. I was able to throw them wherever I wanted to. I was able to get them in the dirt to where they were swinging miss pitches. So I'd say that was working. And then I was able to really, I feel like, kind of control my fastball, spot it up pretty much wherever I wanted to. And then I always had my changeup to rely on and get back to for kind of if there was a lefty up and I needed to maybe get a ground ball or anything like that. But I think my curveball was a big helping point for tonight.
How tough has this season been for you, not being probably as well as you had hoped it to be up to this point?
It's been tough. It's definitely the most adversity I've ever been through, but I just try to take it one day at a time, one outing at a time. I feel like I'm stepping in the right direction right now. I feel like I've got I feel like I have a really good support staff back home with my parents, my family, and my girlfriend, and them always supporting me. And then, just the people around here, they're always behind me with everything I do. And so I think just making sure I took it one day at a time and don't let anything get into my head was a big confidence thing for tonight as well.
And if you keep pitching like you did the first four innings tonight, I mean, would you like to maybe be kind of the midweek starter? Would you like to have that role on this year's team?
I'll have whatever role I need. I mean, I just want to pitch. I want to go out there and get people out. I'll do whatever I need to in order to help this team win. So if that's the case, then yes. But if it's on the weekend, getting two outs in the sixth inning or whatever it is like that, I'll do whatever I need to. But I mean, whatever situation is presented to me, I just want to go out and do the best I can and execute pitches.
Bob, back to you.
Hey, Cole, after you get out of that jam in the first, then Caden hits the home run, and then I think there was 4 runs in the first 3 innings, which this team's kind of had a penchant for scoring late, not early. I know it's winning an SEC game, but how good was it to have some early run support?
It was really good. It allowed me to kind of settle in a little bit, knowing that I had some run support behind me. I just knew I had to go out and throw a lot of strikes. Little Rock's a good club, and they can put the bat on the ball. But I knew if I went out and executed the way I can, that we would be able to get out of it with really nothing that would be shown on the scoreboard.
And then what'd you think of the job the relievers did tonight?
I think it was really good. I mean, Kashu came in right after me with the runner on second and got that big out to get out of that. And then Monk, he came out and he was a little shaky at first, but then once he was able to locate that fastball, I don't think those kids had a shot at hitting his movement that he has. And then Morris at the very end, just competing kind of the same way, was struggling a little bit at first, got to a lot of 3-2 counts, but was able just to compete and throw a lot of strikes and get those ground balls to end the game with a double play.